Let's talk about why we use unbranded websites in the rank and rent business model. This question just got asked this past week. And guys, I got to admit, because I've been in the game so long, I've been doing this 6+ years. Sometimes these basic questions that were very, very important questions for me in the beginning, I forget that for somebody that's brand new, you maybe don't understand. You maybe aren't sure. Why does it need to be unbranded? Why do we do it unbranded? So I'm going to talk about that in this video, why we use unbranded, or you could say generic websites with this business model. My name is Nick Wood. Again, as I said, I've been doing this for 6 years. I've made millions of dollars doing this business model, and I am here to share all the tips, tricks, and secrets of the trade because this business model is about to explode, and I want to be the one that is attached. My name is going to be attached to this business model. I've said it here. Guys, here's why we do it, okay? The biggest complaint that people have with online businesses, especially with service businesses, with how would you call it? Client businesses, right? Let's call it SEO, whether it's SEO, websites, social media management, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, is you are a service business. You are trading your time for dollars. And that sucks, obviously. That's a bad thing. That's something that's not scalable. That's something you're not going to get rich trading your time for dollars, no matter what the amount is. And I think we can all agree on that. But more than that, guys, the thing about these businesses that makes them so hard to scale, that makes them so frustrating, that makes you want to pull your hair out and do things that you never thought you would do, is the fact that you do not have complete and utter control, right? You're in business, you own it, you set the prices, you run your business the way you want to run it, all the stuff, but you don't have full control. And those of you that have tried doing service business, those of you that have tried doing an SEO company, tried to scale those things, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. You've gotten the phone call when you're at SeaWorld or you're at Disneyland or you're on the plane or you're about to go on vacation and enjoy yourself and celebrate this massive success in business. And you get the call that says, hey, I'm canceling my service. And maybe it's not even your fault. Maybe it's not even that they don't like you, but they just have fallen upon hard times, or there's a recession, or a number of, they got to pay a tax bill. I've had all these things happen to me, guys. And so the problem is you don't have control. And that's why it stings. That's why it's not scalable. That's why you stress. That's why X, Y, Z, okay? The reason why we use unbranded websites, guys, is because it gives us control. And let me explain what I mean by that. If I were going to do a website in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for towing, okay? Let's say Baton Rouge Towing. And let's say I went and I found somebody and their name was Frank, right? And their company was called Frank's Towing. If I went to Frank and said, hey, Frank, I want to get you leads, I'm going to build a site, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that's great. The problem is if I built a website and I called it Frank's Towing and I had Frank's Towing branding on Frank's Towing content and Frank's logo, right? What happens when Frank decides he doesn't want to buy my leads, right? I can't really go to Frank and go, hey, Frank, I'm going to go over to Joe and sell the leads to Joe. I can't, because he's like, you can't because you're using my brand, right? It's kind of weird if somebody comes off a website thinking it's Frank's. You're like, actually, I got my friend Joe. Frank's a good guy, but I'm going to recommend. It's just weird, right? On the contrary, if you go to Frank and say, hey, Frank, I'm going to get you leads, but I'm going to explain to them, or you're going to explain to them when they come in from the website that this is just another one of your websites. If they ask, then what happens is when Frank starts to pull that style, you know what you're going to say? You're going to say, hey, thanks, Frank. I really hope that we can reconsider, we can talk, because I'm not going to let this site sit dormant. I'm a businessman. I'm a businesswoman. And if you decide not to buy these leads, I am going to go and sell them to somebody else in this city. And all of a sudden, Frank goes, oh, shit. Okay. Now it's different. Now the conversation is different. Now him saying no to your leads isn't just him saying no. He now knows exactly where those leads are going to go. He knows that those leads that you've been enjoying for XYZ amount of years or months are now going to somebody else. And so what it does, it gives you control. You know what else it does? If a customer stops paying their bill, let's say you're doing an SEO gig. Customer stops paying their bill. You say, hey, bro, or hey, lady, I'm done doing SEO until you pay me. Guess what they're going to say? Okay, cool. You already got me to spot number one. I'm going to stop paying. Cool, right? Could you take them to court? Maybe. Could you go sue them? Maybe, right? You stop paying me for leads, guy. You stop paying me for leads, gal. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take those leads and shut them off faster than you could say, hoorah. Gone, done, shut off. I'll send them to voicemail. I'll send them in the gut. I don't care. They're not going to you. I run this ship. I have control. I'll send them to your competitor for free. Dog, I have control. And nothing feels better than going on a vacation knowing your money is coming in from assets that you own. Because you know what? Have I been on vacation and got a cancellation? Yes. I actually was on a cruise a couple months ago, and I wasn't personally the one that got informed, but my project manager said, hey, so-and-so canceled. Do they want to cancel? I didn't think 2 minutes about it. I literally said to her, I said, Francesca, that's my project manager. I said, let's go find somebody else. No problem. Let's use the leads that are coming in to give a couple for free. Let them taste it, let them touch it, let them smell it. And let's go get another 6-month, 1-year contract. No problem. They don't want them. We'll sell them to somebody else. Boom, done. And that's what we've been doing. And we went on. If that would have been an SEO client, you know what I'm thinking about the whole time? Oh crap, we just lost $1,000. Now we're $1,000 less per month, $1,500 less per month. No, I got to go find a client. Can't enjoy the cruise. And all of a sudden there's turmoil and there's stress and there's tormenting. Guys, the reason we build unbranded websites is because you own them. You have control. You can sell them to whoever you want to sell them to. And that's why we do it. So we do generic, we do unbranded. And because of that, we go into specific niches where those things work well. Obviously, if you are trying to generate leads for somebody that does breast augmentation, it's probably going to be tough to do unbranded, because if you're going to go do a breast augmentation, you're probably going to want to check the reviews on the doctor, right? You're probably going to want to talk to some of the testimonials. You're probably going to want to see the work, because we're talking about your body, right? That's why this model works so well with specific niches within the home service space, because people don't care that much who does the concrete. They just need it done for a fair price, reasonable price from a trustworthy company. Guys, that's why we do unbranded websites. I'll see you in the next video.